Somebody shared this with me. Yes. So the state decided to remove properties that encroached within the safety zone of the power lines. But beyond just this safety procedure or these safety measures, there are deeper issues. First of which is there are two sides to informality or informal settlement. Is first, you're just there without legal backing. That's one. And whether you're just being a nuisance. And this is from the government's point of view. So I don't know what category these settlements fall within the government's definition. So the government has 100% rights to its lands, water, swamps, and air. And so it can decide to do with it what it sees fit at any point in time. And I'm looking at this conversation at the same time from point of view of the people. And if as information to which I cannot confirm the validity of that the government has asked some of the occupants to relocate to Ikorodu, but if the people do not take the offer, that brings me to the fact that slums are always typically located close to areas of opportunities that the occupants can either create or get. So if you look at Makoko, first by boat access to the islands, also bounded by Obalende, Akoka, Yaba, Onyibo, Balogun, CMS, and all of that. So when you compare it to Ikorodu, again, if that information were true, you see access to opportunities become different. And so from that angle, it may be difficult to take up these offers. But behind Makoko, behind demolition, is the fact that this calls for a more urgent address to the state of housing, to the state of infrastructure development, and also to welfare programs within the state. Yes, oftentimes when we talk about housing, we are always focused on home ownership, but there is also need for welfare focused housing. If there is anything that the likes of Makoko prove to us, is the fact that the city is fast becoming impracticable for people to live in. That infrastructure development is not keeping up with the economic productivity of the state. That planning is not responding fast enough to how much human capital the city is demanding for its economic productivity. What this particularly teaches us is the need for a more cohesive planning, the need for transit oriented development, and the need to actively ensure even distribution of economic opportunities across the entire city. Because beyond losing their homes, quote and unquote, this demolition is actually a loss to access to economic opportunities, to income for these families. What I know is that there is so much left to do with planning, with infrastructure development, and with housing. I hope this helps.